Hey guys, it's Mist, and welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're not new. It's been, wow, 2 months. Yeah, I've been gone. I've been very busy with work and life, but I'm here again, and I want to show you some cool RAM that I made, like, on my free time. And I actually like it a lot. It's got an interesting input and output layout for horizontal. So let me first show you the single read RAM. So I'll show you the principle first of how it works because it does look a little crazy. And there's going to be a world download. So if you want to test this alongside me, go ahead and get the world download now. And then I'll show you how it basically works. So the way it works is it uses a simple tricks. And it only works in Java Edition or the main console editions, not Bedrock. Alright. So it revolves around quasi-connectivity. So technically, this piston is powered, but it won't know until it's updated. So if I update it, it'll then be powered diagonally. And as you can see, even though I took the power out, or if I flash it, it's not going to do anything to that piston. It only does something until I update the piston. So the way I update the piston is using a redstone wire right here behind them. And the way I power the pistons is by simply powering the block. So you can kind of see that I've got the zigzag going on. And combined with slab towering, this kind of wiring is very compact. As a matter of fact, the redstone RAM here is 2 by 2. And see the width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 blocks in width. And this is not including the decoders. These are actually separate. I just added them because I am certain you guys would want the decoders too. So there you go, you got the RAM and decoders. So for a simple demonstration, let's enter in the number 5. And what I'll do is I'll write the number 5 to register 0, which is just nothing. So if I click the button, it has now written a 5 in. Now I'll go ahead and save a 3 in register 1, which is just the number 1 in binary, so I'll write it to number 1. And then I'll put one of my other favorite numbers, 8, in register 7. So the very top register. And yeah, so those values are now stored inside the piston RAM. As you can see, the pistons do not affect each other, and the wiring don't affect each other, essentially. And the cool thing about this is that it will not output until I click read. So if I read, I got the 5, and that's in register 1, or I mean 0. Now in register 1, we have the 3, and in register 7, there's 8. And there you go. So yeah, this is very easy. And as you can see, the input for the addressing is so easy. And yeah, it's very easy. And the output's also easy. I used a beacon for this wiring because it acts like a slab tower or glass tower, and it also does not connect to pistons. Or not pistons, slime blocks and honey blocks. It doesn't connect to them, so it just slips past. Which makes for this nicer and cleaner wiring for like just for the output in this case. However, you can use spiral wiring, except it's a little slower for this. Or you can simply just have it go straight up. But then you have your input that's all the way down there, and then your output's all the way up there, so it might not cater well towards what you're doing. It depends on what you're doing, essentially. So that's a single read. Now, the dual read is literally the single read, except I have 2 registers that represent one number in this case. So let's go ahead and try the exact same example. Oh, and also something else that's kind of interesting. You see how the input is right in the middle? Our 2 outputs are on the sides, which means if you had an ALU or adder even, you just have to connect the A there. the B there, and the output would have to go up, basically. So I've already built a configuration for this memory that I'll probably show in another video, but that doesn't matter right now. Let's just go ahead and test the number. I'm going to put 225, if that's the number. I'll put that in like register 3, and I'll write it. And then in register 0, I'll just go ahead and put the number 12. Yeah, in register 0, I'll put 12. And now, if I read from A, we'll get our 12 out on this output A. And if I read from address 3 on register B, we'll get that address from the memory. And there you go. So now we have two different numbers, so an A and a B. And the really cool thing about having two outputs is you can just do A plus B or A minus B, and you can then store the output back into the memory, which closes a loop. On the OR server, they call that a data loop. Some system where there's an accumulator or some register that can keep looping some number over with an ALU. In this case, this register could be that accumulator in a sense, and you can make a loop. So yeah, there you go. That's a brief demonstration. Again, the world downloads are in the description, so feel free to play around with it. There will be no tutorial for this because I am pretty sure this is quite simple. You can literally see the wiring. It's not too bad. And if you have any questions, just hop on the OR server around evening Pacific time, and I might be on there. I mean, there's even people on there that might know how to do this, but I've never seen this kind of memory configuration before, so there. Anyways, see you later.